What is up, Colts Nation? He is Jamal Lawrence. I am Eric Smith,
Yo,
your
yo.
wonderful co-host of the Colts Cast. Hey, if you're tuned in already, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts, Colts Nation. That is the best way to support us as it gets our video out to other passionate Colts fans just like you. And ladies and gentlemen, it is completely free. I'm feeling fucking good tonight. Look,
Woo.
Jamal, the Indianapolis Colts are a playoff team.
Oh, yeah, without question.
Say it with me, my brothers and sisters. If you're watching right now, just say it. The Indianapolis Colts are a playoff team. Well,
Playoffs.
I mean, that's if the season ended today.
Hmm.
You know, we're currently 17. We're riding that bubble. I mean, we're out of the bubble, but you know, if I'm not mistaken, we would be ending up. Imagine this: visiting the Kansas City Chiefs, the number 2 seed right now, on the road, baby, in Arrowhead. That'd be a tough
Wild.
game. Yeah. Not the most ideal wild card matchup, but it's better than nothing. You know, it's better than going to Pizza Hut on a Sunday. So Shane Steichen, I feel like he's completely changed this football team, you know, from quote rebuilding with a rookie quarterback to playoff contenders. I mean, honestly, 6-5, are we?
Mm-hmm.
With the backup QB? I mean, things could be way worse. Even with the odds just stacked against the Colts. We lost our starting QB, multiple suspensions, nonstop injuries to critical positions, critics writing us off after AR getting hurt. We are a winning team who's outperformed expectations instead of last year where we were underwhelming, to say the least. Can we trust Shane Steichen to lead these Colts and make a run for that presumed wild card spot? Jamal, what are your thoughts about this?
In short, the answer is yes. I mean, yes. Shane Steichen has shown us that he can do this week in and week out. He's found a way to muster out these wins. We've been competitive in all of our games, and they have looked very, very good. And everybody has been consistent for what it's worth. What I really liked what Shane has done over the season, and of course, this is credit to him, his staff, not actually just him, but just the development of players. You know, we had a lot of questions coming into the season for different players, and we just seen them progressively get better. And that's one thing we talked about during the preseason was we really want to see these guys continue to progress and get better. Even if the record meant that it was going to be something a little shoddy, we cared about the progression. Well, guess what, y'all? We get the progression plus the record right now. So that means, in my eyes, Steichen's batting 1,000 for us, you know, especially for the hand he's been dealt. You know, it's only gotten better week over week. And that's what I can say. I mean, right now we're sitting in our division 2-2 at second place. Number one right now is the Jaguars sitting at 4-2. Eric, I'll have you know, for one, the Colts are still well on the path to that 10-win season, as we mentioned. Starters, well on the path for 10-win season. Secondly, we have a chance to tie and have a tie for the AFC South. Now, of course, that means we have to win out these next two, our next 2 divisional games, one being on Sunday against the Titans, which will happen, and then our last one being against the Texans, which will be a tough one, but can definitely happen. And 2,
definitely happen. Ooh,
I said definitely can happen.
Eager Jolly Rancher right now. My
Absolutely.
goodness.
2, though, this is the bigger one, more important than the Texans. We would need the Titans to upset the Jaguars in their last game of the season. So that's the only thing that's stopping us from tying first place at the end of the season for the AFC South.
I don't see that happening.
You know, I didn't say it's gonna happen.
The Jags have 2 on us, so they win that head-to-head tie.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot they did beat us twice. Yeah, my fault.
So
yeah,
and then they're already a few wins ahead. It would take. I'm pretty sure they're locked in and they're penciled in at this point. It has to be over a 90% chance they win. I guess they could lose out, and which probably won't happen, but there is a chance. But when I heard you say definitely happen, I'm like, nah.
I'm saying we're definitely gonna beat the Titans. And I said I said definitely beat the Titans. And I said we can definitely beat the Texans. I didn't say we are definitely beating the Texans.
Yeah.
That's a different story for a different day. We'll talk about that later on. I want to see how the rest of the season progresses.
How are we gonna beat them without Jonathan Taylor?
Who, the Titans or the Texans?
Yeah. Well, what are we gonna? Are
Oh, we
we
got
okay? Are we
yeah,
okay?
we got Zach Moss
Yeah, we
back
do
there.
have
Hey,
Zach Moss.
listen, Zach Moss, of course, we've been nervous because he only had a carry or so the 2 weeks ago. Then he got a little bit more love this past week. Listen, in case y'all forgot, Zach Moss did it when JT was on IR. Zach Moss ain't changed. Nothing's changed about him. He still can get out there and get it, and he will get out there and get it come Sunday. He's got some unfinished business, and I know that he understands that this is bigger than him. I'm sure he's not taking any grudges to JT getting majority of those carries and reps over the past couple of weeks because he knows what his job is, come out there and dominate. And that's what he's going to do for the next 2 to 3 weeks while JT is out with that thumb. So I don't think Zach Moss has too much to worry about at this point for us. I think he's going to come in and pick up right where he left off.
This is where the running back positional value comes in. Like, how much are the Colts hurting without Jonathan Taylor? When we know we have Zach Moss back there, I say it still hurts us a good bit. I like when they're in that dynamic duo. They attack, they get, maybe Taylor gets 60, 70% of the snap share. But when Zach Moss comes in on those breathers, boy, he'd be killing it. Like, he'd be bruising. But yeah, I assume everyone has heard because it's Thursday right now. Colts running back Jonathan Taylor sustained an injury, right thumb, in that win over Tampa Bay. I had no idea that happened, but he underwent what seems like minor surgery. Shane Steichen really said that IR hasn't been considered, but the biggest concerns were using that thumb when it comes to ball security and pass protection. So, which makes sense. I don't want him trying to block an edge rusher and he worsens that thumb. So that makes complete sense. So we're going to shelf him because we're going to need him for the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the big thing. But Jamal, what's been really good? The Colts pass rush. I don't think we've talked about them enough. They've been crazy good lately, even without Grover Stewart. Samson Ibukam, oh my God, absolute stud. Replacing Yannick Ngakoue, who he's been light years better than him. I mean, look at his stats through week 12. We posted a little picture about him, I think, yesterday. But Ibukam through week 12, total tackles 36, sacks 6, tackles for a loss 8.5, forced fumbles 2. And then you look at Yannick Ngakoue in this side-by-side comparison, what he's done with the Bears, 19 total tackles, 3 sacks, 2.5 tackles for a loss, 0 forced fumbles. I mean, just from an impact standpoint, Samson Ibukam has been the biggest free agency pickup, I feel like, this offseason, right?
Oh, without question, man. He's been great for us and getting better week by week.
Yeah, he's been amazing. I'm loving him in every aspect of whether it's run game, pass rush. It's everything. He brings the whole package, something that was lacking last season on that side of the ball. But just this whole defensive front, like Dio Dangbo, he's only played 54% of defensive snaps for the team. Leads the team in sacks at 6.5. And I mean, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, he's putting in some work for them plays when he's in there.
Yeah, because DeForest Buckner, the GOAT, he sets the tone and he commands double teams. That's just how good he is. And you need those type of players on the field. And it opens it up for other players to have, these box score stats. When Dio Dangbo is leading the team in sacks, like your front's doing well. That's nothing against Odangbo, but that just shows like what these other players can do to create for them. Everyone eats off Buckner's impact. That includes, players like Kwity Paye, Tyquan Lewis, even Adetomo Adebawore. He's been getting reps ever since Grover Stewart got suspended. So, I'm loving it. Like, this defensive front has been really good, and I just props to them. It's been great.
It has been great, and not to mention that we get someone back after a 6-game suspension next week, by the name of Grover Stewart. It's just another piece of the puzzle that's gonna come back in. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. He'll have to catch up on some game speed, especially after watching these other boys terrorize this offense, every offensive line week by week. but I think he jumps right back in, and he's gonna be getting the love. He's gonna be hungry after the suspension, so I expect to see some big things from him. So again, shout out to the defensive line because they've been playing lights out, and I think that this extra piece of Grove being back is going to elevate them a little bit more.
I would have to agree. Hopefully the injuries, the injury report we've looked at today isn't too bad. I mean, we know Taylor's going to be out. Brent's is, he hasn't practiced in a while. I wish we got him back, but Ryan Kelly, hopefully we can get back. He's been a full participant, but
yeah,
not sure what's going on with there. But yeah, Colts football, it's been trending up. It's staying on that trend. Favorable schedule ahead of us. I mean, the Tennessee Titans, they're not striking fear in anyone's eyes. Then we got the Cincinnati Burless Bengals, the Steelers, the Falcons, the Raiders, then the Texans. I mean, the Texans and the Steelers might be the toughest games for us, but you think about the quarterback battles that are about to go on. So having Gardner Minshew back there, I'm not too worried that on the other side they have mediocre quarterback play. So it's it's not going to be easy, but we got next up. This is exactly what this team needs this season. I talked about this on a lot of episodes that, this hope, because we didn't have that last season. We were like a 4-12 team, but this hope that they can triumph in the regular season and make a run in the postseason like that, developing that winning culture in Shane Steichen's first season. I mean, it's going to set the bar, but 2024, it's going to be exciting. So this is all going to set up for that. That's what we should all be hoping for, a winning season. Don't even talk about the draft right now. Let's take the Titans down on the road, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be easy game for us. Get out there and do what
easy.
We do.
Easy
game.
Love it.
I didn't seen them videos of Will Levis hobbling around. So I think our defense line about to eat off of that.
His ankle is bad.
We just got to put up the points. We got to pull up the points, and I know we can do it. We've done it week after week. So easy dub.
34-0.
Woo! I'll give him at least a field goal.
What? That would be a crazy statement.
That would be.
We blow out the Tennessee Titans in their home.
Yeah.
34-0. Not only would that just like sting Titans fans, but I mean, we would be invigorated with some we would be hungry at that point. Like
we would be.
We talk about Super Bowl aspirations right there.
I think they'll put up a 10 spot, but if we could put a goose egg or have them put a goose egg, then that would be great. But I think they'll put up a 10 piece.
Yeah. Next title of the episode might be called Super Bowl. Hey, we'll see though. We'll see. You got anything else for us?
That's all for me, dog.
That's it for us then. That's going to be it for us, Colts Nation. Thank you for listening to the Colts Cast today. We're live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any platform you use to listen to podcasts. Of course, if you haven't already, please like the video. Really helps us out. It does so much just as far as YouTube algorithm getting us out to other Colts fans. We appreciate every single one of you. We hope you have a good day.
Yeah, y'all
or
take
night,
care.
Whenever you're listening to this.
That's right. Any time of the day, just remember, go Colts for the shoe, baby. Let's get it.
Go Colts for the shoe.